say that you don't love me. Say it's on my heart and let you go so I can find someone who will. We've been dancing around this for so long.
Yeah. Little country dancer right there on a Friday night, babe.
Woo! Love it.
It's Matt Castillo. He's here with us tonight, man. What's going on, man? How you doing, bro?
What's going on, everybody?
We threw you in right away, dude. Usually we do all the intros and all that shit, but it's Friday, man. It's good to have you here on the show, dude.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man. I'm really impressed, and I'm really happy for you, man. And he's got the right idea, babe. He's got some coffee.
I know.
We brought some Budweiser Zero. And
I brought nothing. I was in such a hurry to come. I was like, let's go.
Dude, we've had a crazy week, dude.
Yes.
It's like I can't say no, dude. I have to learn how to say no, because we said we're only going to do one show per week.
Maybe two.
Yeah, because my wife, she's a teacher, dude. You know how stressful that shit is.
Yeah.
Very.
And we get up at 4:30 a.m. and then she gets home at 6. Then we gotta put our stuff together and boom, come over here and do the show. And we've got people we gotta attend to and stuff. And I said, just one show, babe. So this week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
But you know what? We made it, and I every single show that we've had so far, it's been amazing. So we can't complain.
It's been amazing. Last night's show got blocked, ladies and gentlemen. YouTube took it down, and I have no idea what it is. I end up, getting emails, right? When something like that happens, I'll get emails if I play a song or two, and they'll tell me, all right, you're using this song and it's copyright, so the owner or publisher is going to take the monetization. They're going to take analytics. I'm like, go ahead. I'm willing to give the money, the streaming money, to the artist, which, by the way, is like pennies to the dollar. You know what I mean? And so last night I was playing songs that I usually play. Mm-hmm. That I've Maz. I played Ruben Vela.
Yes.
And the only different artist and song was Bronco. And I'm thinking maybe they took it down because of Bronco. But
could have been.
We were here 2 hours last night, dude, till about 10:35, 10:40. Yes. And an epic show. Jesse Turner opened up his heart to us and talked a lot of really great stories that he's got, from his career. So it got blocked, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to review what happened. And I am going to make a few little tests because I didn't get no email from YouTube telling me what song it was or, what artist it was. So I don't know what song is the one that did it. I don't know.
They usually specify, but this time they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't specify. I didn't get any email at all. And it happened before. One time they took our video down. Mm-hmm. No email.
Nothing.
Couldn't find the video anywhere. It was crazy.
It vanished.
And so this time around, I have a feeling I know what it is. So I'm going to play a little, maybe upload a clip. And if it gets taken down, well, then that's the case. I'm also going to appeal to YouTube and try to find out.
Yeah.
But if worse comes to worse, right? If we don't get that whole show back, this is what we're going to do. The last week of April, the last week of the month, we usually take off. So we'll end up editing the show because we still got the show.
Yes,
we got the show.
I have it.
And we'll be putting some on our TikTok. We'll be putting some on our social media. And I'm going to be editing like the first interview I ever did with Jesse where I put it up in episodes. Remember, I'm going to do that again. And it'll be the entire last week of April. That's the way we're going to end April if in case they don't bring this video back up, which I don't see why they wouldn't.
Right. But just in case they don't, we have a plan B.
We've been blocked before, like 3 or 4 times before. They've been taking it down. And it's like because it's usually a band out of England or an artist out of England, or it was Where Is the Love? I better not even sing it.
Yeah,
man.
don't sing it. Don't sing it.
They'll take us down. But ladies and gentlemen, just go to our social media. That's where we're going to be keeping you updated like we have today about what's going on with the Jesse Turner interview, okay? And we'll be putting some clips on social media as well. And want to welcome everybody to #PVT, a special Friday Night Live right here in the beautiful building of Society 204, a co-working community, fully equipped offices, a space for creative minds. Situated in the heart of Edinburgh's historic downtown district, our space is ready to accommodate businesses of all sizes with a creative blend of 21st century amenities and 20th century charm. There's a unique vibe here that only they can provide at Society 204. And they've got some really big things coming up, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm
that
so
beautiful
excited.
theater, Citrus Theater, down the street. They're going to remodel it, restore it, and we're going to be doing some shows there. 956-887-1143. Book a tour and find out how nice and how beautiful this building is. Also brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women, ladies and gentlemen. Lose weight and feel younger, healthier again. You know, all these hot days are coming up. You're going to want to go to the beach. You want to do things on the weekend, outdoor activities. And if you don't have the ganas to do it, there might be some issues there with your testosterone level. If you feel sluggish, tired, gain weight, looking for a primary care clinic to help improve your quality of life, hormone replacement therapy, weight loss therapy, IV vitamin infusion, and peptide therapy, all designed to help you feel great and healthier again. Office in McAllen and Harlingen. 956-441-2188 is a number to call. Call it and make an appointment. They're open on Saturday mornings as well, so you can call it. You can start feeling healthier again. And get ready for summer, man, because we're going to have some fun with hashtag PVT and all the fun. We're actually going to try to bring up some more shows during the summer.
Yes, we are.
Because,
yes.
you know, our producer is off.
Yes,
for
and
school.
I need some more of those music shows.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. So we've got Matt Castillo. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
You
That was
doing-
spectacular to see in person.
Yeah, dude, I was on a roll.
Yeah, man, you were on it. You were on fire. I was just amazed that this is really happening in real life.
Yeah, dude.
This is pretty cool.
Dude,
Thank
let me
you.
tell
I
you,
dig
bro.
it.
My wife was gonna bring her shirt on, the Matt and the Herdsman shirt.
I was.
But it's so tattered and beat up, and you know, because she wore it every single night to bed, dude.
Yes.
Every single
I
night to
swear.
bed.
It's my favorite. I swear it's my favorite.
I don't know if I
t-shirt.
should
I'm not
like
even
that or
kidding.
not, but you know, I mean, I'm over here cuddling with her, and it's Matt and the Herdsman on her
Matt.
shirt.
It says
You know,
Matt
I
on
mean,
there.
and-
Wow.
And that, you know, your new album is great. I was listening
Thank
to
you.
it today. How the River Flows, 'Cause He's a Cowboy, man. Great song. I want to play some clips in a little bit, but that's a picture of the album cover, ladies and gentlemen. We want you to go to YouTube, to any of the streaming platforms, and check out his music. This guy's a hometown guy here. You're from Edinburgh, Texas, right?
Sure am.
And you went through the school district here?
I
and all
sure
that?
did. I was I was born in Austin, Texas, and then I was raised down here in Edinburgh, Texas. I went elementary, middle school, high school, college, and started my band. Originally Matt and the Herdsman, and then after that, I went solo and went Matt Castillo, which I'm doing now.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, my roots are pretty deep. My
Yeah.
grandpa has his name in center field at the Memorial Park here in Edinburgh.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that was kind of inspired of how the River Flows song.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool, man. I love Edinburgh, Texas. All American city. It's has a lot of it's small, but it's big, if you know what I mean. So
It's the fastest growing city in the valley, dude.
It is.
I
I'm
mean,
really proud.
Over 100,000 people already.
Yes.
I'm really proud to be from here, and I'm really proud to represent the Rio Grande Valley in Edinburgh, and as they say, Puro 956 kind of thing. That's what people tell me, and I'm like, yeah, man, I'll gladly represent anything and everything when it comes to the valley. It's funny because when we're on the road, and when I'm on the road, I'm doing radio tours or I'm doing shows. I say, my name's Matt Castillo. I was born in Austin, Texas, and I was raised in the Rio Grande Valley down in Edinburgh, Texas. Every time I say the Rio Grande Valley or Edinburgh or any kind of city down here, we get cheers. There's somebody that's from the valley that moved out, and we bring a little piece of home to them. And that's the most coolest thing, on top of playing live music, you know. So that's really cool. I dig that a lot.
So you were born in Austin. Why were you born in Austin? Were your parents over there? Or?
Yeah, so crazy story. My mom and dad, my dad met my mom up in Austin because my dad's a mortician.
So your dad's from here and your
My
mom's
dad's-
from Austin?
Exactly.
Okay.
My dad's from Edinburgh, Texas, and so he met my mom because she was working at 7-Eleven, and they hit it off, and then they made me, and so
Wow.
and so I spent some time down there, and then my mom.
Hey, what did your dad tell your mom when he first saw her at 7-Eleven since he was a mortician? I'm dying to meet you or something like that?
That's pretty damn good.
I have to hit this one, right? There we go.
Hey,
Yeah, there we go.
That's pretty damn good, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, man. So they got together and they brought me down when I was a little kid, and my grandma took care of me. My grandma used to take care of a bunch of people. She lives right here by where the old post office used to be, right around this corner.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so my roots are pretty deep over here. So my mom, was not that she had to give me up or anything, but she knew that I had a better chance of having education, which always is a big thing. And so she sent me down with my aunt and uncle, and they raised me, man. And so, but every holiday, I go to school, and then what's the first holiday? Maybe Christmas, Thanksgiving, spring break, Easter, any holiday that we had, I was up in Austin.
Yeah.
And I was like that for, 13, 14 years.
That's interesting. So you were raised by your aunt and uncle, you said?
Yeah, aunt and uncle. And so, was
there some tough times going on over there at your mom?
I think at the time my mom was trying to get resituated with her, and I had an older sister, an older brother, and then there was me, and so.
And your parents had been separated.
Yeah. My dad, they separated a long time ago, and so they kind of just turned it into what it was, just co-parenting, I guess. But they threw me down here to get an education, and so what comes out of that is I was the first one in my family to graduate high school, graduate college, and so education was a big thing, and I was glad that I was able to do that for them, my aunt and uncle, and my mom. And so,
how was it like when you were living down here, and of course your parents were up there, and you were separated from your and you were growing up with your aunt and uncle and stuff like that?
My aunt and uncle did the best they could. I know they weren't my parents, but they sure did act like it. They instilled the values in me. And
how old were you when you moved in with your aunt and uncle?
So it's a long, weird story. So I came down to I went to kindergarten and first in Jefferson Elementary. Then I moved back up my second and third grade year in Austin, and I went to Boone Elementary, and then I went to another school I forgot the name of, and then I just kind of got tired of being up there, I guess. So I called my aunt and told her I wanted to move back down to the valley. I didn't tell my mom. I just told her that I was gonna.
Yeah.
Hey, Thea, come pick me up.
What was the difference between schools over there and schools over here? I mean,
I still go back to this day. I used to walk to school all the time when I was living in Austin, and my mom would she was like, all right, go to school, and I would walk to school every single day. And then when we moved from Oak Hill to Westgate in Austin, I would ride my bike. It was my first time riding my bike to school. My mom just kind of, here you go.
Yeah.
You're going, And the difference down the valley, my aunt we would go in our Suburban and we'd drive up to the gate of our house, and the bus would come and pick me up. That was the difference. My aunt would take me to the gate, or take me to school. But when living in Austin, man, I was going everything by myself.
Dude, nowadays you tell a kid, hey, you're gonna walk to school. What? Are you crazy? I don't walk. I mean. But I walked to school when I was growing up in the 70s, man. I had to walk 5-6 blocks to school. Sometimes I'd walk from the country all the way into town. We're living out in the country in Mercedes, but
Austin was a very fast pace, and the valley was very slow. Like the difference was, I can go to my friend's house in 10 steps. Exaggerating here. If I go out my aunt's house, right in front of me was just acres of dirt. We used to get a shovel, the end of a shovel, and hit rocks like it was baseball. Go pick out carrots right in front of us,
Yeah.
In Austin, you can't do that.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
It's a concrete jungle over there.
It really is, man. Yeah. So, but I got both sides. I got the fast pace and the slow pace. And there's days that I dreaded being in the valley. Did I make the right decision? But I did. My aunt and uncle taught me a lot. My aunt, bless her heart, she's still alive. She's still kicking. She's the best at what she does. And that's raising people.
You said your grandpa has his name's on the baseball field, right?
Sure is.
And what's behind all that? Was he a coach or?
He was an umpire.
He was an
here
umpire
in Edinburgh, Texas. Okay. His name is Max Cavazos.
Orale. Wow.
And he used to watch me play baseball here and the Boys and Girls Club and the Parks and Rec. He used to play baseball.
You're a perfect size for a baseball player, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you're like what, 6'2", 6'1", something like that?
6 foot.
6 foot. Well, I guess those boots make him look a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And so I played baseball. In the city, for Edinburgh and stuff. And I used to be in a traveling team up in Austin. I used to be a pitcher. And so when my grandpa died, I stopped playing baseball and I switched over to basketball. But there was one time I was, I think, a freshman or sophomore in high school. I think it was a freshman in high school. We were in Laredo, Texas playing. I was in the band, of course. We raced back home because they were inducting my grandpa in center field of Memorial Park at Max Cavazos. So it's pretty cool. I didn't know what it meant at the time, but as I got older and my last name is Castillo, obviously,
Yeah.
but I still hold the Cavazos
Yeah.
dearly to my heart. It's the
sure.
same thing. You know what I mean? For me personally.
So when you were in high school, there was no musical ambition yet, or was it already instilling in you, or did you wait till you got out of high school to get into the country scene, bro?
So it's a weird story because I grew up on 90s country because of my mom. And every time I missed my mom, I'd have my 90s country, right? And I'd play all her favorites, what I thought were her favorite artists I'd play. And, I had CDs and cassette tapes and whatnot. And then it wasn't until my sophomore year of high school that I picked up guitar. And from there, it kind of just grew. I started playing all my 90s favorite covers and showed my mom over the phone, and then just played throughout high school. And I really didn't take music serious other than being in band and drum line and all that stuff here in Conomedes High School.
Yeah. So did you learn how to read music in school and stuff like that? Do you know how to read music?
The best I could.
Yeah.
The best I could.
Dude, I can't catch that shit, bro. I have no idea what any of it, even when the tuning stuff. I've been in bands forever and they tell me, can you play guitar? I can't play. I don't even know how to tune a guitar, man.
Right. No, I learned on my own. My uncle had a booklet, a magazine of all the bunch of chords, and I would just learn all those chords, and I would start playing all my favorite covers. And you probably had to buy a bunch of ink because all that ink that I just printed out chords, I learned everything possible and played them out. And so I really didn't take music that serious as far as the guitar and music till I moved back to Austin, and I fell in love with Texas country. And then after that, it kind of just really boom, took off.
I was listening to your album, and this song, I really like it's got like a little Tejano flavor to it. It's got some accordion on it.
Yeah.
And when I came on to my AirPods, I was like, man, that sounds pretty, man. Sounds nice. This one's called How the River Flows. It's on the new album by Matt Castillo, How the River Flows, the title track.
Not so long ago, or far away, in an old and precious place, where he taught me all the ways of how the river flows. I had to jump right in, had to get out, and know what you know, and never doubt your heart, 'cause it'll show you where to go.
Sounds great, man.
Thank you.
When one life gets washed away, another one will take its place. Life is life, it's just the way it goes. Sure as we circle around the sun, the rain will fall on everyone. Good or bad, sometimes it's hard to know, but time will tell just how the river flows.
That's a cool song, dude.
That's a true story.
Yeah. True story, huh?
Yeah, it's about my two grandpas and my uncle.
Really?
It sure is. From the dusty days to the valley nights, can't compare to them city lights.
So you're writing a lot of these lyrics, or are all the songs yours on the
Co-written?
album? Dude,
Co-written.
I was listening to it and I was thinking lyrically it's like progressed from what you started with,
man.
dude.
One of the other lines in there is running hard, living fast, somehow got me off the trap. That old voice from my past. It reminded me of all I know. It's my grandpa's, it's my uncle, and how to jump right in, how to get right out, how to get back out, whatever. It's about being in the canals. Because back in the day, my cousins, my uncle's son, my aunt's sons, they would ride their four-wheelers and dirt bikes through the canals.
Yeah.
And when I was done playing baseball practice, my aunt would tell my cousin to go pick me up, and he'd pick me up in his dirt bike. And it's kind of the cool kid. But
That's cool.
He would put me in the front of the handlebars, and every time he'd go too fast, I'll grab them suckers on real tight, and he was like, "Let go." I said, "Well, quit driving fast, damn it."
Dude, I'm already seeing a music video for this.
I know.
I mean, that's, I
other-
could see that on the music video, man.
Again, and then my grandpa's still alive, and he has a house off of Serra Chavez in Austin, and I could still sit on that porch, play my guitar. And I still do it.
It's awesome.
So yeah, it's crazy. That this song is this is the only song that I can think of that's ever made me cry or made anybody in my family or anybody close to me cry who has grandpas.
I can feel it.
It ain't mine. I know he's never.
I want to take the time to thank Rody's Country Fried Chicken in Eagle Pass, Texas. Old-fashioned country cooking since 1985. 36 years of serving Eagle Pass with delicious fried chicken with all the sides, fish and shrimp, hot dogs, chicken fried steak. Man, Matt, if you ever play in Eagle Pass, have you played out there by any chance?
Not yet.
Well, man, let me tell you, you're probably going to get a lot of fans from that area.
I'm ready.
Because we have a big fan base out of Eagle Pass, and Rody's Country Fried Chicken's been a supporter of PVT for a long time. But let me tell you, whenever you go to Eagle Pass, if you ever perform out there, you go by Rody's Country Fried Chicken and you talk to Rick, man, and he'll take care of you, bro. 36 years of serving Eagle Pass, and it's the best fried chicken and fish and shrimp and hot dogs, chicken fried steak, gizzards. 19 Ted Alindio Highway, the fastest drive-through in Texas. Call in your order, 830-773-9189. All right. So,
Rick, I'm on my way.
yeah, dude, I'm telling you, you're going to want to be playing in Eagle Pass all the time, bro.
Yeah.
So then when did this Matt and the Herdsman start? I mean, when you started getting into bands, so you graduated from high school. Mm-hmm. Did you go to Austin right away? Or
No. I
went to college
I
here?
went to Pan Am for a while.
Okay.
And
which is now UTRGV.
Now UTRGV. But, long story short, I wasn't ready for college, and I got kicked out. I was on probation for a few semesters, and they said if I didn't get my act together, I was going to get kicked out. So I got kicked out. I couldn't tell my parents and couldn't tell my aunt and uncle that I got kicked out. So
Why'd you get kicked out?
I didn't go to class.
No.
I joined.
What happens?
I joined a fraternity, and
why weren't you going to class, man?
I honestly, I joined a fraternity. I was having more fun doing that stuff than it was classes.
Blaming the fraternity, right?
It could happen.
Yeah, you could have dropped
it.
it, man.
No,
I
you
could,
can't.
but no, I can't. I was already in, man.
Yeah.
I was in it for the long haul.
You should have joined a fraternity that helps you, that tutors you, that helps you with the homework. And
Oh,
stuff
they
like
tutored me. They tutored me for sure.
Yeah. What's the
Get
craziest thing your fraternity ever did?
I don't know if I can say it, but
That's what we want, right, man?
know.
That's what we want. And you can change the names of the guilty and innocent. And all that
no,
stuff.
it's all good. We got in trouble or we got investigated because everybody in the fraternity got branded, and so we walked around school with our brands out and stuff. That was pretty cool. Until my
branded like in Yellowstone or what?
Yeah.
And so you got a brand on you?
I got a brand on my back. Yeah.
Holy moly, dude.
There's like 10 or 12 of us that got branded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the brand? It's the fraternity.
The
sign?
fraternity, yeah.
And what was the name of the fraternity?
Can't say that. It's the legalities and stuff.
Okay, then
Yeah.
you have to. They have to take you to the what is it? The when they would kill somebody at Yellowstone, take them to the train
To the train
station.
station.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, if I
Yikes.
tell you, I got to take you to the train station.
Yikes. No.
I was having more fun with my fraternity than was, and I was young, dumb, and whatever, and I was getting 745 classes as if I was gonna wake up and be a
Shut
straight
up, bro.
A student.
All gun ho.
I was like, I'm gonna make it. And there's 745 classes coming around. I regretted it. I'll never do that again. But so I ended up getting kicked out, and I moved up to Austin. I told my mom that that I want to go, and so I had to lie. So I went up to Austin, and I went to ACC, Austin Community College, and I got a job at Barton Creek Mall, and then across from me was Foot Locker, because inside the mall I was working at this Longhorn store. I think it was called like Team Spirit or something like that. And I met a guy, his name was Jordan Daughtery, and we hit it off because he played basketball and I played basketball, and I was looking for things to do. So anyways, we get connected and we start playing ball together, and then I found out he played guitar. I said, no way, I play guitar. So all right, so we got together and we started jamming out. We hit it off, it was my boy, he was the fire starter that kind of kick-started things. And so we go to open mics and we play our favorite country covers, because I wasn't writing then. And one day he said, hey man, we're going to open up for this band. Do you want to go play? And I was like, hell yeah. I think we got enough songs under our belt. I think we can kind of trade off. And so it was my first time at the Nutty Brown Cafe in Austin. I was nervous as hell, and I played that show, but when I got off stage, I had a feeling that I was like, this is what I want to do.
You broke the ice.
Broke the ice, man. And I can still remember that day. We went with my family, and my friends showed up from the valley, and It was a big thing. And then after that, it kind of just became a drug, you know, and I'd go to open mics. I'd go play anywhere and everywhere in Austin.
Yeah.
And then once I got my grades up, I had to come back to the Valley.
Okay.
So I came back to the Valley. I tried to find a bunch of open mics here, McAllen and Edinburgh. Nothing. There was no music. I'm like, where's all these places? So it wasn't until I got back in Pan Am or UTRGV, and I go and apply for student trainer to be an athletic trainer because I still wanted to do sports because my degree was in kinesiology and minor in criminal justice. Well, I ended up running into a girl. Her name is Ali Davila. She was one of the trainers there, and I was a student trainer. I told her how much I really loved, certain bands in Texas country. That's where I found out. She goes, I know a guy who plays drums, and you should probably get together. And so that was the original drummer, Ruben, and then he was like, hey, I know a guitar player. Maybe I should call him. And so he called him, and we all got together one Sunday at my aunt and uncle's house, just three of us, just jamming. And then all of a sudden we started looking for a bass player. Couldn't find one. And then one of the trainers there, one of the student trainers, like, hey, I know somebody who plays, he loves Johnny Cash. I go, that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Perfect.
If he knows Johnny Cash,
The
is good
Man
enough
in
for me.
Black, man.
So-
for sure.
Us four got together, and we started. My original name in the very beginning was Matt Castillo and the Herdsman, and I was like, no, I better not. I'll just do Matt and the Herdsman. And so we ran with Matt Castillo and the Herdsman for a while, and then kind of just crunched it up a little bit. I figured there's gonna be a lot on T-shirts and stuff, so I'm really happy with those guys. They really helped me get started in the sense that learning how to manage a band, how to tour.
You had a good band, man. I mean,
was good.
The guitar player was really, really good. And
Yeah.
how are they doing? Do you keep contact with them? And after you went your own way,
I don't.
Was there a little? I don't know. Were they a little bit upset? Did you all have a
No.
amicable?
No, not at all. Everybody left on their own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everybody left on their own. Our drummer at the time had kiddo, and he had other responsibilities.
Yeah.
And being in a band,
It's
you're not going to
tough,
make
man.
money.
Yeah.
You're not going to make any money being in a band early on.
Yeah, no.
And if you're looking for,
And if you're an original band, it's
and that was the hardest part, is being an original band.
Yeah.
And then you're not going to be an overnight success. So I don't know what their mindset was, but everybody left on good terms. But I kept trucking along, and then I decided that I was just going to go Matt Castillo because I already had a feeling that everybody was going to leave already, and the only person going to be left was me. So I was like, well, I better take care of the things I need to take care of. And so I did. And I think what broke the camel's back is when I went to Nashville to go record my How the River Flows. And I think it upset some people, but I told him that,
What do you mean it upset some people? Like, because you went to Nashville?
I went to go record with session players.
Okay. Yeah.
Not my band.
No. Yeah.
And these guys, their resume is 10 times better than any of those guys
Dude,
in the band.
there's a difference between, studio musicians are a different animal. Those guys, they
Right.
find tone, they find all kinds of stuff.
Well, at Rock, what I did was I gave everybody who, the bass player, the guitar player, the drummer, whoever it was, I gave them their resume. This is the resume of who's going to be playing your part. And you have like Willie Nelson, Lou Combs, Dierks Bentley, all these guys that played on these records. And you're telling me you don't want to be part of that?
Yeah. And all they have to do is learn the tunes and, and play them.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. But, I think there was other things too, how much we were kind of touring and where we were going. I had a saying no days off, because we really had a lot to do and a lot of milestones to cover because we were so far south. We're isolated, Edinburgh and McAllen, the Rio Grande Valley is isolated from anything country that's maybe Corpus, San Antonio, Austin. So you have to work twice as hard. And then,
and the gigs are like twice as far.
Yeah.
Because
Very much
San
so.
Antonio, Austin, everything's a jaunt. When you're in Austin, everything's like 2 hours away,
Sure.
except El Paso, and then we're like 4 hours away from there. But when you're in South Texas and knowing this band thing, every gig is far, dude.
Yeah, and every weekend you're leaving the valley every single weekend. I get it. It's rough. It can be tough. It's so, the guys and they probably got tired, and it was good. I wasn't going to let up. I knew that I had something special with How the River Flows. I knew all the songs that I was writing and co-writing, going to Nashville and then going to songwriter retreats and all these things. I knew it was going to pay off. It was just a matter of time. I'm one that really sees the long game, not the short game.
Yeah.
And I really see the investment that you're putting in. And, when I was with Matt and the Herdsman, we had goals laid out every year. When it became our anniversary, every year we would say, okay, what are y'all's goals? What do y'all want to do? Where do you want to go tour? Do you know? And everybody was like, let's go out. Let's go out there and let's go tour. Like, okay. Because we're booking ourselves. We still do it to this day. It's DIY. You know, and so I think they just kind of went their own way.
Everybody wanted a taste of it. You know, they wanted a taste of what it's like to be on the road, what it's like. And, you know, after you get the taste, some people like it, some people don't.
So, they don't.
And then there's other struggles, and then there's family, there's wives. There's a lot of components that go into, you know, keeping a band together, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah. There's a lot of outside influences that influence them making the decisions they probably shouldn't have made. And if they would have just stuck to their guns and trusted their gut, they probably would still be here today. But shit happens, right?
Yeah,
and it is what it is. So, but I'll tell you this much. You know, I think everything happens for a reason. And the band, and the band that I have now, that's backing me up right now, is probably the best band I've had in a very long time. Because their attitude is there. They want to make it.
Yeah.
These boys want to make it.
Are they younger than you?
They're young.
Yeah, they're younger.
They're young and they want to make it.
Yeah.
And that goes a long way.
Yes.
You know, hey man, I'm in it for the long haul. Well, bless your heart, because it was going to be a rough ride, but hang on tight.
Yeah.
Being able to do that, our goal for because I just got back from an award show, being nominated for New Male Vocalist of the Year.
Was that the one in Dallas?
That was the one in Dallas. And so the goal for us as a unit is to be the best band possible in Texas and get nominated for being, you know, band of the year.
Yeah.
And so we all know where that goal is. Now let's just go get it. And we have a brand new album we're touring.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of components that were good. You know, COVID tried to slow us down, but it didn't work. And so
it was just a little bump on the road, you know.
It was really good. And the reason why I say it was really good, it was a real evaluation of where I wanted to go. And I'm glad that I was able to go through that and grow from there. Yeah. You know, and so, you know, those boys, I wish them all the best. You know, they're probably doing great things. But, you know, I just kind of have that mindset. It's once it's done, it's done. Yeah. I'll just keep going.
Well, I have to admit, you know, that Dance All Night's one of my favorite songs when you were with those guys, man.
That's my favorite.
This one, ladies and gentlemen, you can still stream it as well. It's under Matt and the Herdsman on YouTube. Dance All Night. Check it out. This is Rally's favorite song.
Yes, it is. It really is.
Yeah. That's why she wore this shirt every night. Now you gave her a bandana, so that's all you got to wear tonight, baby. All right?
We have to go riding so I don't mind wear
it. Staring from the dance floor, I know you're wishing that I would save you, but I ain't the kind of man.
Make sure to like, subscribe, and share.
Right
and stream Matt Castillo.
No, I'm not that easy. So buy me a drink.
You're not that easy, huh, man?
We can dance all night till we're feeling right. We don't have to go home at the end of the night, just as long as you hold me tight.
We can dance all night. Joe's Master Service Center, proudly serving the local Edinburgh, Texas area for over 50 years. And he understands that getting your car fixed or buying new tires can be overwhelming. You know what? You got to go see him. He's right here in Edinburgh. Even if you have to drive from another town, you come and you talk to Joe, and he's going to take care of your vehicle. Joe's Master Service Center takes pride in being your #1 choice for any auto repair. Let them earn your business. Joe knows it all. And schedule an appointment today, 956-383-1882. You can go to joesmaster.com. Brotherhood, man, one of the coolest dudes you could ever meet. And one of the coolest dudes that could ever work on your vehicle. Now, you've got the hot days coming ahead, and let me tell you, you want that AC to start working and working fast when you get into your vehicle. Go talk to Joe. I just went over there, and he put some Freon in my Versa, and you know, I have a Versa, dude, with some. I'm planning to put some Lamborghini doors on it. You know,
he is not.
But I took it to Joe, and Joe, man, he did some magic to it, man. It's fantastic, and I'm ready for the 100-degree weather here in South Texas.
I love seeing his dad there.
Yeah,
his dad's awesome.
You know, when we first saw you was at a barbershop bar.
Yeah, sports barbershop.
Yeah, that's what it's called, right?
The funny thing is, Joe's Master Service kept us rolling with our gear and equipment because we'd always used to rent U-Haul trailers from him.
Yeah, dude.
And we would take my first van that I ever had, my white, to him. But I would always go to him when we first got started. I went to Joe's Master Service. I said, I need to rent another U-Haul, another weekend run. And
remember those days,
we
bro?
would get those U-Hauls and just travel. We would travel in a U-Haul. We didn't have enough money or, just those little humble beginnings, as I call them.
Yeah, dude.
Humble beginnings. So Joe's Master Service kept us rolling, man.
And Joe, man,
That's
brotherhood,
awesome.
man, taking care of Matt the herdsman, Matt Castillo. But let's talk about the radio charts. I see a lot of country bands that are, sometimes you go on radio tours and they're not the corporate radio stations. They seem to just stick a lot more to Nashville, right?
Yeah, the Texas Regional Radio Report is basically in Texas, but they have Oklahoma and Kansas, New Mexico, anybody that wants to report to Texas. And so you're not at the billboards or you're not at the CDX, as they call them, the national, but you can still make some good headway and really accomplish some things with
how
that.
how does that work? I've seen some friends with bands and they're going down the chart. It starts with the top 100. If you crack the 100, that's great, and then you might be able to go down to the 60s and 75s, and then slowly inch your way up closer to the top 20. How is that process? What do you have to do? Who do you have to? Do they research the song and pick it up, or do they contact you? Do you contact them?
Right. So you can do. There's two ways you can do. You can do it on your own, and you can go on to a portal that has all the radio stations, and you have to kind of go do it yourself. You have to kind of go pitch yourself. Got to do these things, or you can hire a radio promoter. And there's a few, more than a handful in Texas. They're gladly,
like an agent.
Yeah, almost like a booking agent.
And how does that work? Do they contract you? You sign a contract with them, and they say, "Look, I'm gonna work your song and try to get it down to the 20."
Yeah, they say they work it for the life of the single, and the life of a single is typically about 6 months.
Okay.
So if you have 2 singles, you have a song on the radio for a whole year, and then that radio promoter has resources and connections with all these radio stations. You go out there and you go put your music up there. They send it over to these radio stations. Hey, this is new artist out right now. Give his song a chance.
Yeah.
And then if it catches fire, it catches fire. But the initial is your radio promoter.
What's the usual fee those guys charge? I mean, did they charge by how low they get you to on the chart, or do they just charge you?
Each radio promoter is different.
Okay.
You have your beginners. Radio promoters that you kind of go through the ringer through them.
Have you been through any of that? Have you done any of that? Have you gone through that process?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I've done it early on with Dance All Night.
Okay.
I think Dance All Night was our first radio single we pushed to Texas, and it got us in the top 20.
And you connected one of these radio.
Radio promoters. Yeah, my first radio promoter was Dylan Steen, and we did about 5 singles with him, and then we went out with somebody else, and now I'm with a different radio promoter. But I felt like being in radio, it's not dead yet, so it's still out there.
It's still out there, and plus they have apps, and
right,
and then they have social media platforms where they can put your name as well. So it's all about getting the name out, networking, and stuff like that.
Yeah, staying relevant, not just on radio, but everywhere else.
Yeah.
And you go watch you go to these people and you go on radio tours and you build relationships with them. So when you see them at the reward show, you're picking up where you left off. And they keep up with you. They know exactly what you're doing. And hey, Matt, I see you doing some good things out there. Keep it up. Yeah,
Does that help the gig interest as well? Is it does the phone ring a bit once you start going down?
Yeah, I think once you get in the top 10, people start taking notice. But my single right now is number 23 because he's a cowboy. I'm pretty sure it's gonna.
That's a great song.
Go a little bit higher. Thank you.
I think it could go into the top 20 easy, man.
Well, it's 23 right now. I think it's gonna by next week. It should probably jump higher than 20 for sure. But it's just the grind work, man. The grind work.
I like the intro.
Oh yeah. 3 chords and the truth.
Because he's a cowboy. This song, I hear this song and I hear the lyrics when I was listening to it, walking around outside the backyard, and I felt like I was in Yellowstone. Yeah, dude.
His hands look old and wrinkled, sore and worn down to the bone. stretch of fence across countless acres. And he's fought tooth and nail to call it home. Dusty boots, breaking horses.
Yeah. Jimmy?
Moving cattle that wears his brand.
Just take him to the train station.
Where's Rip?
Says you're never too old to learn, son. Hard work and truth, that's what makes a man.
Right here.
'Cause he's a cowboy, and as fearless as they come, up and at 'em, to face the morning sun. Every day he's hauling hay, embrace the blizzards and the rains. 'Cause he's a cowboy.
Yeah.
'Cause he's a cowboy.
That's a cool song, dude. I like that.
Yeah, you know, we were going in. I wrote that over email. I wrote that over an email. So,
What do you mean over an email?
so close family friends of mine, I heard they were going to go. TxDOT was going to put a toll road or some highway through Edinburgh to go into Mexico. They had a big old fight. So this community and people that I knew, they got together. They hired an attorney. And they went to go fight TxDOT.
yeah.
And they beat TxDOT.
Wow.
So instead of going right through their ranches and acres, all that stuff, they went around. And when I heard that story, I picked up my guitar and I just started playing 3 chords, and first thing came out of my mouth was, his hands look old and wrinkled, so I'm wore down to the bone. I said, shit, I think I got something good here.
Yeah.
Let me record it and do the best I can. And
It's a good song, dude.
And I had written a song already, but there was this wonderful woman. If she's watching, I love you to death. And her name is Karen Staley. She wrote Keeper of the Stars and Let's All Go to Vegas. And so I said, hey, I got this song. I emailed it and I recorded it and I attached it to the email. I said, hey, let me know what you think. Sent the email and within a few minutes she came back and she had a verse or two. We had a nice little chorus. Sooner or later, that baby just got together like that. It became a song.
Yeah.
And it was our first song we wrote over email.
Wow, that's good.
And
That's the
then-
way it's happening nowadays.
And it is happening nowadays. And so
You don't have to meet somewhere physically. You
that
do
was
everything
before
online.
Zoom. That was before Zoom and all that stuff. But I was, I still have those emails and that recording. So we went in the studio. My producer was like, I don't know what we're going to do with this song because it's only 3 chords. And I think he said something like, I'm just going to let the session player just go at it.
Dude,
Let them loose. And-
what they built around those 3 chords was,
Yeah.
just the
oh, yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
And then that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, you did a great thing going to Nashville to do this. I mean, you recorded in Wimberley too, right? And
Yeah,
you recorded
yeah.
in Austin, like
Yeah.
that, in that area. How was it recording in that area compared to Nashville?
Okay, so the reason why I went with session players this time around was because my previous experience with my full band, my original band, the Herdsmen, we went to Yellow Dog Studios. It took us 2 weeks. It took us 2 days there. Time is money.
Yeah. And studio time is
Studio time is so when you're in a sense providing that cash flow to make that album, you kind
How
of
amazing is that? From 2 weeks recording an album like these songs,
Yeah.
in 2 days. How many songs are on this album?
there's 10, but we went in with 15.
Yeah.
So, but that was just learning So the first album, Small Town Stories, recorded at the Sounds of Rain.
That was the one with Dance All Night.
Yeah, Dance All Night, and that took a while. Again, because
Well, you were just starting out.
We were just starting out,
and
which
then you
I-
listen to stuff and like, you know what, I want to do this now, and you change stuff up.
right. And then we go to Wimberley, and you would think that you're going to have some sort of, knowledge on certain things, but yeah, studio version and live version are 2 different things, and so it was just a learning experience,
Yeah.
man. If it was anything that I took away, I was like, I'm not going to do that again. And so when we found out, I just told. I remember we were in San Angelo, Texas, and we were at a Popeyes, and I told my band, I said, I think I want to use session players on this new album that I'm writing for. What do you guys think? And everybody said, yeah, it's cool. Let's do that. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Okay. But then we lost 2 guys, right? Drummer and bass player left. So all there was left was just a guitar player and myself. Well, come to find out, once I changed my name and everything else, and it kind of, I guess he kind of saw his way out as well. But, I knew what I did was right.
It sounds right.
It sounds right. It feels right. It is right.
Yeah.
And guess what?
It's the evolution of an artist.
It is.
That's right.
It's maturity. It's. I'm proud of what I did, no doubt. But I'm excited where I'm going now.
Mm-hmm.
And the reviews that we've been getting online off this album have been amazing. It's a lot of sitting and waiting. You get the album done. Rock. We did this album, and then all of a sudden, quarantine hit. Pandemic hit.
Yeah. In shelter in place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I did was this. I knew everybody was struggling. So I did handwritten lyrics. And the guy that was on my album for Dance All Night, co-writer, we hadn't talked in forever. I said, look, man, I'm going to send you X amount of dollars because you're part co-writer. People are paying for these co-writing things. I'm going to send you some money. Helped him out in need. Was it a lot? No, but it was a thought that counts. You don't see that nowadays. Mm-hmm. It is what it is.
Yeah, songwriters are really struggling. There's
time.
no royalties anymore like it used to be with CD sales and radio airplay and all that stuff.
No, not
and
at all.
I know Don Henley. I saw an interview with him from the Eagles, and he was talking about how the songwriters, they can't go out and gig. I mean, they don't go out and gig. They write songs, and artists record them. And they're supposed to get the royalties for it, that royalty check every quarter.
Right.
And the artist gets to go perform the songs and make money off the performance.
Yeah.
So now they have these 360 deals where, you get with a label and you sign with the label, they get you your radio promotion, all that stuff,
Yeah.
but you got to give them a percentage of your merch, a percentage of your streams, a percentage of all this. Do you have any type of deal with a label or anything like that?
No label, no publishing. I own it all. I own my own record label. I own my own publishing company. And so what I do to counter that is, like, if I have a song that I put on a T-shirt, I'll pay the songwriters. What's a fair price? And I've talked about this amongst the writers. Hey, look, if I use your song or use our song on a song like Say It, all right, you tell me what's fair. And I'll include it into the price of the T-shirt, then I'll sell it, and then whatever we get off that, I'll distribute it to the writers.
Yeah.
It's the little things like that. And
this album that you recorded, you uploaded it yourself through TuneCore or something like that?
No, I went through Smith Music
out
of Fort Worth.
And what do they do? Are
They just distribute it.
Okay, and so there's got to be a fee from them, right? Or what?
Yeah, they take about 10%, I think.
And so you email them the songs and they put them up?
They put them up, and I just put them on the portal. I go in, I type everything in, all the credits, everything, and then that's one way. And then I go to my BMI, my PROs, and do that, and then the publishing side, and
there's
all these
kinds
things.
of shit, man, right?
Yeah, it's
it's crazy.
Well, you want to put your irons in different fires, and they're little irons because little money, but everybody's taken care of. Everybody everybody that writes a song, they're in charge of putting in their info in their own BMI, ASCAP, CSAC. They're in charge of that. You're in charge of what you have. You know what I mean? So, and the good thing about my producer helped me out with this. He's like, look, man, you need to start your own record company and your own publishing.
Independent.
And so I did. I have my own record label, have my own publishing company. And so when they go put my money up there, the record label, which is dumb, you get like 15 times more. Whatever, that's what I heard. But you keep it all independent. So you kind of build some leverage. So what I try to do to counter that is, how can I give back to the writers? It's put a percentage on the merchandise if I use it, if it fits. I'm not going to do it, but I try to do that.
It's crazy to keep up with that, I'm sure, man.
Well, it is, but that's just kind of the nitty gritty of the music biz, right? It's not just all fun and games and get drunk and jump on stage and play country.
Yeah,
and
that's
all
what
that.
I thought, man. Come on, bro.
Man, it's more complex than that, babe.
No, but you know what, man? The thing is, too, that this is the whole point of the music business. The business side kind of sucks, but after a while, you're good. But the whole point is writing good music and talking about that stuff. So I don't
you
mean
do the bookings too?
We do, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's all internal. Everything 100% DIY.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I'm lucky to have a wonderful team around me.
Yeah.
It's been blessed. I've been blessed to have a wonderful team.
I got my my booking agent over here on this side over here, because I don't want to deal with people like as far as business dealings and stuff like that. You know, because I don't know, man. You just, she does well for it, you know. For me, she does way better because artists lowball themselves. I know,
all the time.
Well, you kind of feel bad.
We lowball ourselves because we want to be on stage. We want to perform, and it comes natural to us. So when they ask us, "Hey, how much, man?" Well, we throw the lowest number, right?
Yes,
I mean,
all the time.
we don't know how to sell a car. Like, you know, you start high and then get low. You know what I mean? But
yeah, you don't want to be that guy. Be like, who's this guy think he is? And, you know, X, Y. But then you take into account all the overhead and the operating costs and all these things that people.
But they don't. They don't take that into account. I mean, it's like, you know, so if they can have you on stage for exposure, you know what I mean? They'll do it.
Yeah, we don't. You know, the thing that we got rid of a long time ago was 3 1-hour sets. We don't do those anymore. We do straight 90.
Yeah.
And we have so much music, you know, that we love to play.
It kills the momentum, right?
It kills it, and it's a high energy show from start to finish. 90 minutes of just in your face country music, you know, and I love that. I'm so glad that I was able to build up to that, and that was a lot of the writing and a lot of the performing part, and so now, like I said, I have a really great team around me from the back office to my band, you know, and everybody wants to go after to play original music. The hardest part is playing nothing but original music down here, South Texas.
Oh yeah,
you know, I cut my teeth down here, and I'm very happy that I did, because it was, you know, a freshman year of college in honky tonkin, you know, professional honky tonkin, PhD, you know, and so I learned a lot. You know, I learned a lot cutting my teeth down here, and it really turned me into the artist that I am, to get me outside of the Valley and support and represent it. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is.
You're
man.
a Texas guy, man.
You know,
and Texas is big. We can be anywhere in Texas, right?
And I was just up in North Texas, and then I was just in Alice songwriting, and then I came down here.
I know. I follow you on Instagram, and I see you're up in Dallas. You're traveling around. You're playing.
Yeah.
You're staying busy, dude.
Trying.
And that's good, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to invite everybody to go buy the Green Hit. The Green Hit offers a natural alternative for stress and pain with various CBD-infused oils, lotions, edibles, gummies, and even inhalants to combat and recuperate the body and mind. They've got amazing name brand bongs and pipes and all the accessories for smoking. Their detoxes can help purge out all the toxins your body absorbs from day in and day out activities and your hectic and stressful lifestyle. And boy, sometimes the week can get pretty stressful and pretty hectic.
Stressful.
And so full body and mental relaxation is what we need. So that's where we go. We go to the Green Hit right here. Veterans, you're always welcome, and they have special discounts. And they have the most knowledgeable staff in the industry. Hector, Louie, and Javi, they're going to be here on April 9th. It's a Saturday night, I think. We're going to be here.
I think so.
And who knows? It might turn into like a Rock and Diamante CBD show, you know?
Oh, my.
Right? My dad,
With
Diamante.
gummies.
Which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some major news about El Diamante.
Yay!
And we'll let you know about it next week, because
next week? Okay.
we've got pictures and everything. This dude, I don't know. What does he think he is, a teenager or what? So that's my dad, right? 79 years old. Okay, we'll tell you next week about it. But go by, check out the Green Hit in Far and Mission, 956-666-9088 or 956-591-0114. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram. The Green Hit is the perfect place for relaxing the mind and spirit in an all-natural way. We also want to say hello to our hairstylist, Celia Fernandez. A big shout out to her. I know she's watching.
My girl.
Because she's a fan of RocknRollJames, and she's a fan of Matt Castillo, and we are her clients. Even though I don't give her any more to cut, you know what I mean?
I love her.
Yeah,
you know, it's funny. Long story. I told her this when I went to the store. When I went to the shop, and it was like 3 months I haven't gotten a haircut. And I tell people this all the time, and I mean it. It's how loyal I am. I go, there ain't no woman touching this hair other than Celia. Yeah. And people thought I was joking. And I said, no, I swear to you. The last time I cut my hair was 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And I go, and then Celia's like, Matt, I was getting worried. I didn't know what you were going to do. I didn't, I was like, don't worry, Celia. I'm not going to cheat on you. I'm not going to cheat on you. I love you so damn much. Yeah. And everybody's like, yeah, let's just go get a haircut, man. I was like, no woman touches his hair. Everybody thought I was playing around. I said, I swear to you, nobody touches his hair except hers.
Well, there for me, there ain't no more hair to touch. You know.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm gonna go over, Celia, so you can clip a couple of the two little hairs that I have. Man, I'm starting to look like Charlie Brown over here.
Yeah.
So
Son of a gun.
shout out to Celia.
Love you.
And man, beautiful woman and a fantastic person and a great hairstylist, dude.
She is.
Fantastic. So, Matt, man, I appreciate you coming in, man.
Thanks,
and,
man.
You know, we wish you nothing but the best.
Appreciate it.
Your
Thank you.
album is out, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, How the River Flows, it's called.
Yeah.
And we've played a few of the clips for you. And
Music
it's
video.
great stuff.
How because he's a cowboy, music video dropping pretty soon.
I can't wait to see that,
Yeah,
man.
it's gonna be good, man. We got some good stuff. We're gonna be doing a bunch of previews on that. Then I got more music coming out in the later months after this album kind of gets some good life. We're gonna be on tour. We're gonna be down here in the Valley pretty soon, and new music. And then we're writing for the new album already. Yeah. So I got a new album in the works. So we're writing for that one, and it's been great. So
I have to say, man, listening to your album, today. On my AirPods, I mean, lyrically, dude. I mean, you've really evolved as a songwriter.
Well, I owe that to my mentor.
And you're hanging out with some good co-writers as well. So it's good.
Man,
it's always good to have some people that you can work with, man.
You know, my mentor and producer Roger Brown, he took me under his wing and put me around some really great writers to learn from, and I'm very blessed to be in that circle of them. And I was just up in Tennessee a couple of weeks ago writing. And we wrote 8 songs in 4 days. And that was amazing. Does it ever happen all the time? No, but these guys are great, man. And every time I come back home, I'm motivated more than ever to write more songs.
Yeah.
And I owe it to them, and big shout out to those guys, my producer and my boys, and hopefully you fans it wasn't a boring podcast, but get to learn something.
Dude, hell no, bro. It
Not
never
at
is.
all.
Not with us. Hey, let me. Did you do any open mics in Nashville? Did you do anything?
No, I didn't. I didn't get around to that because it was more focused on the music part.
How long were you in Nashville?
So I was there Monday through Thursday, and we wrote every day in the morning. We wrote like 2 songs in the morning. Every day we woke up.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's what you go for,
Have
right?
you ever seen Crazy Heart?
Yeah, man.
Man, with Jeff Bridges.
Oh, hell yeah.
When he's a songwriter and the label rented a home for him just so he can live at the house and write songs.
That's what you do.
That's what they did.
That's what you do. And then, you go up there and write some songs. And, the great thing about the writers that are on this, How the River Flows, is going to be on the new album, too. So it's a continuation of the maturity of the artist. But, the good thing about How the River Flows is that we're going to turn it up a little bit more on this next album.
Yeah.
We're going to turn it up a little bit more honky tonk and a little bit more Tex-Mex. So as they say. So, they say it and we're going to do it. So
I want to ask you because there's quite a few songs on the album about women.
Evil kind of woman. Right.
The Man I'll Never Be.
Right.
No Easy Way to You.
Right.
Is that coming out from relationships that have kind of gone sour a little bit or something, or what?
Some of us have had relationships that gone sour. Some of us have relationships that are being very, like The Man I'll Never Be is meant to be for somebody who, you're good for that person, but that took us. That was probably our longest song we got to co-write, and I love it, man. There's lines in that song that I can put on a card.
Yeah.
I forgot there's a line in there.
I know I'll never be what she deserves,
Yeah, it's a great
but I
song.
am all I have to offer her. Still, she won't complain or ever say a word
At all.
at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, you got to stream Matt's music, and if you ever find out if he's playing close to you, go by, check him out, man. And sometimes he does solo shows, sometimes he does full band shows, right?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Definitely.
So go to his social media, Matt Castillo Music, at Matt Castillo Music on Instagram. You can also find him on YouTube, Facebook, Matt Castillo. Give him some love, show him some love, and go and go to his mattcastillomusic.com as well, buy some merchandise and help him out. This guy's following his dreams and working hard to get to them,
Thank you, Rob.
He ain't waiting for it to come to him. He's going to it. And I want to really, really congratulate you on this album, dude, because it's just getting better and better, dude.
Yeah, man. A lot of those songs were also songs from being at the back of the bar at Hillbillies, you know, like that song, Not Just Another Song.
Yeah.
I was inspired by going out to Hillbillies and sitting at the back of the bar and watching people dance. And
The Hillbillies, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, is like a country club that's been here. Not a country club where you go play tennis and shit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a bar, right? A country bar in McAllen that's been there for a long time, dude.
yeah, was it? Well, they say Hillbillies, a club with balls or something like that.
Yeah, hillbilly heaven.
So,
And,
and that's where I cut my teeth. You know, RC and them, they gave me a chance. But that song was inspired by having people dance on the dance floor. You know, and there ain't nothing that matters other than us two and that song that they're playing.
That feeling when you start a song and the dance floor just gets packed and then everybody's dancing to it.
Yeah.
There's no better feeling than that, right, man?
Yeah, because they're not with you.
Yeah.
Because it's not just another song.
It's not just another moment in time. It's not just another hand holding mine. Feelings like this are the kind that go on and on.
Matt Castillo, ladies and gentlemen. Matt, thank you for joining us
Thank you,
tonight,
brother.
man. We appreciate you doing the Friday night show. And we wish you nothing but luck. And you know, you're always welcome to come to the show anytime
Appreciate
you
it,
want to.
man.
You got something new or something? Give us a text, and we'll make some time for you so you can come in and tell all our audience and our fans about it. But ladies and gentlemen, once again, go to his social media, go to his YouTube, stream his music, and support our musicians here in Texas. All right. All right, man, Matt, have a good one.
Thank you, sir.
And we appreciate you. Tomorrow night, we have Ricky Versetti and Savannah V out of San Antonio, man, a rapper and Savannah has an amazing voice, baby.
She does. It's
So we're
amazing.
doing a Saturday night party as well. So, you know, we like to fill our plate up. So you all have a nice evening, nice TGIF, and we'll see you tomorrow night, God willing. Everybody wave at the cameras.
Last forever. The world always seems this perfect when we're so close together. 'Cause it's not just another moment in time. It's not just